Some say games aren't what they used to be. Some say they're better. But what's true? I've been racking my humongous brain over this idea for a while now, and after all my research and deep diving and philosophical inquiry, I've come to an astounding maybe. I can think of many games of the past that don't suck, like Ocarina of Time, Wii Sports, Black Ops 2, Dark Souls, and not all modern games suck either, but I don't know. It feels like a lot of recent games don't quite hit the same as they used to, like there's some magic that's been missing. And now, more than anything, I want to dive in and find an answer to what's going on here. So if you want to... Yeah, so future me here to tell you that I got way too carried away with this and made the video far too long. So instead of one video, it's a 3-part series, and this is part 1. So subscribe if you want to see what's next. Anyways, let's do this. My first thought was the thing I hear people talking about the most. Corporate greed. Those grubby little goblins controlling everything from the background like cartoon villains. Treating games more like a product to be sold rather than an experience to be shared. Most recently, people are crying about the new $80 price tag of big studio games. Now believe me, I really don't like saying this, but adjusting for inflation, this is the same that prices have always been. Back then, some games were absurdly expensive actually, and tended to level out as the gaming industry became more established. So if anything, blame the economy. Or honestly, blame any other greedy scoundrel you want. One of them's gotta be behind it.
You don't have a lot of friends, do you?
Ah, sure she does.
Now, are these prices fair compared to what it costs to make the game? I really can't say. But what I can say is that Silksong is only $20 and Shattered Records broke the market within its first couple days. So indie games taking home another W. This will be a reoccurring theme. What I wish wasn't a reoccurring theme is when companies make you pay monthly dues just to pay online, when you're already paying for internet. Why do you have to pay for internet twice? It's because they have to fund their servers. Okay? First of all, Nintendo servers don't even work. And secondly, Steam's free and everything works way better there. So I'm sure the billion-dollar companies can figure something out. Oh, Steam, you're too good for this world. How do you do it? Anyways, the subscriptions are so dumb, and they add all these bonuses to try and make their scam look all pretty and totally worth it, but it's still a scam. I was a PlayStation kid, and I remember how disappointed and frankly confused I was when PlayStation Network wasn't free anymore. Right when the PS4 came out, they decided to copy Xbox and make you pay for online. It was so stupid, especially for games like Destiny, where you could play online for free on the PS3, and then if you wanted to upgrade to the PS4 version, you'd have to pay to play with your friends. So incredibly stupid. So if you want to justify all this, be my guest. Good luck. Now more recently, there's been another hot trend that sleazy businesses have unearthed. Another method of squeezing every last cent from their player bases. It's the rise of something that would completely change the entire industry forever. The Fortnite model. Hundreds of companies were seeing the big kahuna bucks that Fortnite was raking in and decided to follow suit. It's honestly an extremely well-rounded strategy. Make it free to play, so there's no risk in trying it. Dole out seasonal updates and content to keep players playing, and also give them FOMO if they aren't playing. And no pay to win, so people like me can't really get mad. It's all too effective if done right. However, if any single part of this balanced formula is done wrong, it could cause everything to come crashing down, and a riot will be waiting outside for whoever committed the crime. As a perfect example, Concord failed in about a week because of, well, mainly because of the repulsive homunculi that they called characters.
A fundamental catastrophic failure.
But also they failed because it wasn't free to play when all the competitors were. Then do you remember Evolve? Yeah, that completely died because each new character costed like $8, and for one new monster was 15. And even with these prices, the base game wasn't even free. It was $60. So because of this absurd pricing, existing players stopped existing, and new players, well, there weren't any. For obvious reasons. The key here is pretty plain and simple. If you have at least a good foundation for a game that you actually care about, people will see that. And if you treat those people right, they'll trust you. And after they trust you, then you can start using them for money. Just look at Pokemon. They've built up so much love and trust and frankly worship towards their brand that they have become the most popular franchise in the world. So now they get to release the most disappointing slop imaginable, and people will defend it with their lives. I haven't played the new one yet, wasn't planning on it, but I remember playing Pokemon Scarlet when it came out, and I'm not kidding you, in the main square of the main central city, there were 3 copies of the exact same store, copy and pasted right next to each other, and you couldn't even enter them. It just pulled up a menu to buy like 8 different actually useless items. I was in shock. With the biggest franchise in the world, you would expect a game that's insane, especially for the mainline games, which are the source of literally all their income avenues. I could rant a lot more, but I'm already sidetracked enough, so let's wrap it up. All in all, despite how it sounds, I'm optimistic. Because nowadays, for every greedy company that only sees gaming as a business, there are about 20 billion indie developers that want to make something cool. The bad guys are outnumbered, and the way I see it, every greedy move they try to pull leads them closer to their own destruction. Because we call them out now, we have to. It's our duty to leave bad Steam reviews. This industry isn't ready for us. They're not ready for the spanking we're about to give them. These people can't get away with it anymore. The world is going to realize that.